We've been doing this now, we've been open for 20 years. So we've been sponsoring this race for 20 years. We were a big part of getting Central, or the Bayview race happening. And, you know, at Downer, this bike race is a part of the neighborhood's DNA. I mean, you can't separate the two from it. This neighborhood, you know, this is the best biking party that I know of in racing. I mean, yeah, it's just a fabulous day, and we love being a part of it. Yeah, then you're right. It's not just the biking. Obviously, the biking is why we're here, but it's the community and it's bringing people together, which is kind of why we exist.
And you know, the racers tell us it is the crowds, it is the activity that they want to race in front of. This is a national championship, but you know, we want it to leave behind business. And Eric, talk about boots on the ground business today, and then Mike, talk about business building, B2B or whatever it may be. But first on, you know, the daily business, how does it work for you?
Yeah, you know, this used to be a really stressful day 10 or 15 years ago, but now that we've done it 20 times, it just sort of happens now. But it's, you know, it's our biggest day of the year here. It's our biggest day of the year in Bayview. It's our biggest day of the year in Tosa. You know, we also love seeing other restaurants around us really participating, because it just makes the event better and better. We don't look at that as competition at all. We want to see, you know, all the storefronts activated and as many people outside as possible. It's a huge part of Lowlands DNA as well. I mean, we know every June what's coming, and everybody really looks forward to it. One of my Molly, our events director, she now and our other events person are trading off half days at these events now. She had so much FOMO. She was texting the whole time in the morning when she wasn't here, asking for photos and how's it going. And yeah, it's just our people love it as much as anybody else.
Yeah, Mike, on the B2B side?
On the B2B side, as you notice, we have a VIP tent at the start-finish line. I have both customers and clients that, you know, come in and are part of our VIP tent to see the experience, to feel the experience. I think it's unique in the U.S., especially the size of the Downer Avenue venue. I think last year I had some VIPs coming up from Mexico, and they were just astonished through the corners to watch them go through. So it gives me a good venue, not only to bring international clients here to see the races, but additionally, even the local business owners that we work with. I think some of them are on your banners today, such as Baird and also Reinhardt. We do a lot of business with them, and to also enjoy the camaraderie of that, and you know, from a business-to-business perspective, it gives a great place for us to sit down and have a beer and just chat casually.
Yeah, and you know, it all comes back to an idea that started about 50 years ago at Summerfest, when Otto Wentz had his first bike race in 1976 as part of the Summerfest bicentennial celebration, right? Well, we didn't come here to Downer Avenue till I think it was 78. This is our 47th edition here. But it starts with an idea for Otto, who had the Century store across the street. He'd pay out cash behind the stage because it was illegal for amateurs to receive cash.
Right.
So it'd be in a way envelope. A few years later, it would be a check. They'd cash the checks at his Century store. It starts with an idea. That idea is cycling and bike racing, and now both of you use cycling within your business. I know, Eric, your cycling theme in every restaurant. Yeah. You go to Belgium, you have brewing partners that are very much into the Flemish classics and all the cycling in Belgium. I mean, it's got to feel good to make that connection between your business and your home base right here.
It is, and actually, one of our brewer partners, De Brabander Brewing, Albert, he is a huge sponsor of the Tour de Flanders. So he's actually in one of the cars on the race that I'll be riding in this coming spring, because I've never been to the Classic. So yeah, very, very close partnership with those guys. Yeah.
And a lot of your beers, and a lot of the themes, and a lot of it incorporates cycling, because cycling puts a smile on people's face. Same for you, Mike, your customers, right?
Yes, absolutely.
You ride with your customers?
Absolutely. We ride with our customers, and the last 10 years we've been over in Europe, and we happen to have facilities in Amsterdam, and the Dutch, they ride their bikes all over the place. It's just awesome. And last year we also went to Belgium, spent a good time in Belgium, so I get to experience and be with clients that we have in Belgium, Amsterdam, France, and really have that camaraderie with not only the cyclists there, but the business owners over there. And it's great to see those riders come here and participate in this race.
Yeah, I mean, we're a few decades behind what they're doing in Europe. This might be akin to going to a baseball game. Maybe you watch the baseball game, but really you're with friends, right? And that's what's going on here today. This tent's going to be full. Like your VIP area is going to be full. There's going to be crowds. There's going to be families cheering. It's not unlike, a baseball game. And we have to share that love of cycling with everyone we can. You know what I mean? Whether it's in a restaurant, whether it's with your customers. And I think we've got that going here today. This is a national championships for the youngest juniors and the oldest master riders, and we have a couple more days of that. So, I mean, it feels good to be here, right? On a beautiful day near the lake.
Yeah, we got real.
Eric, what if we could do something to take it to the next level? Can you guys think of anything to help us get it to the next level?
A few years we were talking about the idea of a kermesse or marketing it as kind of like a traveling carnival with the bike races attached. And that's something that we've talked about over the years, activating the street more with, buskers and all that kind of stuff, and have more stuff going on around it. The community rides are awesome, and it's the kids ride here, and the community ride at Bayview is always a huge success, and people love that. But you're right, this thing, I know that there's a whole bunch of people I'm going to see one day a year, and that's here, and we just know, hey, yeah, meet us at the Downer races. So it's a lot of us are here because we want to watch the cycling and we're interested in the cycling, but a lot of people are here just because it's a really fun day to hang out. Yeah,
it's sort of like a block party.
It is.
That happens to have a bike race attached to it, right?
Yep.
But they come back for it. It's so unique. You don't get this many places in the whole United States.
No,
really.
no. And by the time the pros are about halfway through their race, people are engaged in the race. And I think over the years with the sound and the TVs, you can see what's going on better in the race now, and I think more and more people are actually activated by the race.
Yeah, and our announcers are the best in the country.
Yeah.
World-class announcers. They engage the crowd. They've hoisted our horse at the end of the night.
Yeah.
They've got nothing left. They've spent themselves just like the riders. Mike's always had a team of athletes. And Mike, you had mentioned earlier that you'd seen some of those athletes now graduate, stay involved in cycling, go on to the national team, become professionals on the men's side and the women's side. The Schneider sisters come to mind. Tell us about how that feels to see that continuum, of your involvement going back 2 decades.
Yeah. It's been a great experience with the cycling community. And the support we have. We started early on with the junior development team. We had one of the largest in the Midwest. And it's nice even now, 30 years later, that I get calls from individuals that say, hey, thank you for the experience. Thank you for the opportunity to have a scholarship at a university for cycling. We enabled quite a few kids to get scholarships that normally would not have gotten into college. So we're very proud of that. Obviously we've developed some professional riders, some that went to Trek Segafredo and some other teams. Schneider sisters you mentioned, Skylar, she rode for a Dutch team over in Europe, and now she's back again with a home team, which is very exciting. But it's nice to see that it starts out with the juniors, and it starts out with committed people like the Tour of America's Dairyland to really continue it. And to add on to the what can be improved. I think the tour of America's Dairyland has really stepped up with, the technology, with some of the drone technology, the big screen technology, to allow everybody to see the race during the race and to understand a little bit about racing. And besides that, I concur with make it more like a carnival, and to do that. Now that's outside of my knowledge base and my what I'm all wired with, and rely on other partners here to come up with that. But we're here to support that, and to be part of the team.
You guys both mentioned the Kermesse and technology, and that's one of the things we'd love to do. We would love to have a high-quality live stream broadcast right here. We've got our drone operator sitting across the table. He's the best in the business. He's been doing this at bike races for a super long time, Ron Short, and he's gonna, we've got that piece of it, but that is something we love to do. This is our American Criterium Cup race today, which is a series of 6 races across the country. And for us to elevate this race to that live stream experience, more cameras, broadcast it out, would be something we'd love to do. Yeah, it's really something we've talked about, and we want to do as a company. I think if we can, but to capture the essence of this race, to share with other people what you guys want to do in the community and with your customers, we want to do with the whole nation, and it gets picked up. In other countries. We hear it all the time. Some of our foreign riders have seen the race, have seen our lives, have seen some of our imagery, Instagram, and they want to come here. So, well, thanks. We'll follow up on those ideas. Anything else you guys want to add? We've got the young kids racing right here, and after this, we're gonna have national championships all day. Eric, you had mentioned the community activities here. Second to none. We have got a kids race today. And I can't remember the other activities we're doing.
The kids race is really the big one. I mean, everybody looks forward to that one. It's just, everybody's laughing and cheering. They're cheering as loud for that as they are any other race.
We have a running race today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right? We have a running race. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did last year.
Dairyland mile. Yeah, it's a miler. Yeah. So we're trying to bring some of those components in.
Right.
We want to keep it rolling the whole day. Activities all day. What else do we have? Like anything else you can think of to tell us about your experience with your customers, things that they tell you about joining you here and writing more business with you?
I think what it is it really it puts I would say a culture to even my company. So early on, when we were supporting cycling, we were very much about giving back to the cycling community by the masters, by the older riders, to the younger riders. It's really the culture of how I guess people should treat each other, how we should work together, and believe it or not, customers appreciate when they see how much you take care of not only your employees, other people. They get that feeling that they're going to be part of the family and taking care of part of the team. And cycling, a lot of people don't know how much cycling is a team sport, how much that you have to sacrifice yourself for your teammates, and that created such a successful program and such a successful team for ISCorp cycling. That actually is the permutation of the culture that's within ISCorp and how we work in small teams of 6 and 10 within our organization. So that's really kind of helped personify when we bring clients here to say, hey, yeah, the team of people, this is how we work together. Everybody's got their back, and we're here for one mission, and that's to get that cream or, win that race.
It's so true, the teamwork in a bike race, the spectators, the public may not see, but the goal is to get that rider across the finish line. But there's a whole strategy that goes into that. It's not unlike what you mentioned about your business and how you work in small teams. And I can only imagine in the restaurant business, how you can't be losing team members. Your team, you've had the same loyal staff we've worked with for many years. I mean, just it's so important to have that team stay together, continuous improvement, right, Eric?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why these events are so smooth now. You know, I mean, we'll have, in this tiny little restaurant today, we'll have probably 50 people working here just at this location. But there's a lot going on. I mean, you know, Baird now they'll have 250 people from Baird here today at their private event and all their VIP tents, and they have a full separate bar and kitchen for them all set up. Yeah, it's great. And it's cool too. On Thursday night at Central, I had people coming up to me and thanking me for being a part of the race and supporting cycling. And I think people definitely notice it. I'm sure you get the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't walk a lap around in the length of a race because I get stopped by either racers, people that live in the neighborhood, residents, you know, their lawn parties as they call you over and they ask you to explain dynamics of the race as well as, you know, other aspects of it. So, but it's a good way also that the neighborhood showcases, you know, why we love living in the city like this. So it's a really great, enjoyable venue that promotes that.
Yeah, I think it was interesting. Luke Fetzer's. Luke, I think, is still in the jersey.
I was going to mention his mom.
His mom came and thanked you directly. Yeah. She asked me. She said, "Who? We're here at the Hollander or Cafe Central. Who's in charge of this? I think he's right inside there. Yeah. I'd love to thank him or her." And she came in and thanked your team. And
she gave us T-shirts.
She gave you guys T-shirts. And did you get some?
Yes, some clappers. I don't know what those things are called. Yeah. No, that was really cool. And she talked a lot about the Lowlands Lion Cream too, which was really awesome. And she said the boys really race for that jersey. So that was pretty. And a new design this year.
Way cooler jersey than ours.
You like it? Good.
And apparently there's a real battle. We've got 2 days left. It'll be awarded. You're going to award the jersey tomorrow. And Luke is still leading, but second and third are the New Zealanders, and they're just a couple points behind.
Right on.
So they're not giving Luke anything. He's going to earn it. So we'll see.
I like what's happened with that jersey over the years. It's really become, you know, something that they fight for. It's really cool to see.
Yeah, it's a recognized jersey. It's nice to have that, you know, yellow jersey, Lowlands jersey.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to have a recognized jersey that is year after year after year. You know, I'm sure you've had a couple riders win that thing.
Absolutely.
There's always a lot of money attached to it.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
And today we have our biggest cream day yet.
Really?
Absolutely. We had a great day in Shorewood. Where else do we have really good creams? But
I love Gamblers creams. That was ISCorp last night with 2 laps to go in the total race. You know, it seemed like they were all gassed out, saving themselves for that last lap. And I ran up to the stage, you know, talked to Brad, said, "Hey Brad, 500 for the next lap." Gamblers cream with 2 laps to go. Rang the bell, and I don't know if you guys saw the finish, but you know, I think it was the local riders, right? Just butt off at the beginning at the beginning of the straight, and there must have been one of the pros there that had a guy in the lead, so he's just sitting back there and just snuck up, stood up
in the white jersey.
In the white,
That's the New Zealand national champion.
Yes.
Wow. He scooped some money at the last minute.
He scooped
they've been winning a lot of money. They know, you know, that's their job. If they earn the biggest paycheck they can make, they've had a successful night. So today, that's the 47th annual Cafe Hollander Day of the Series for cream. So
It will be.
it's a good way to close out. And we still have one more day tomorrow in Wauwatosa,
Also
which is huge day for you guys too, with 2 restaurants right past the finish line.
Yeah.
Such a cool area.
Yeah, that's really turned into, how old is that race now? Is it?
I would say we raced on North Avenue in Wauwatosa.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess we're at about a dozen or 14 years total.
In Tosa.
But in that venue on State Street in Wauwatosa, we're probably coming up on 8 years, I'm thinking. Yeah.
It's a phenomenal way to end the tour now too. I mean, that party is, I mean, it's not quite downer, but it's a great environment.
And another day of national championship.
I remember we raced. Our team raced that. I remember some of our Aussies that were in the race and stuff. So it must have been 2016.
was probably the timeline that you guys started out there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The
Probably
26th
for North
Fire-
Avenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
came
North
from
Avenue.
Madison.
Yeah.
We had North Avenue, and you know, when I don't know when the Hollander opened up, they opened up before Buckatawban
Yeah.
there. But anyway, when they opened up, and I remember an alderman came up and said, "That Cafe Hollander sign looks so great. It's a beacon." An alderman saying that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he said, "We got to get a bike race here," you know. And then so it was up on North Avenue. So it took a little while to get it into the village, but it's such a nice course, and the riders love that course here.
6 laps to go here.
Challenging course.
Very hard course. So again, it's a national championship tomorrow, and it's also how we finish off the series for the pro women. Maybe the biggest kids race in the world, I like to say, out there in Wauwatosa. We'll see. We've had another big one, Cedarburg, huge. So, you know, we go into all these great communities, and as long as they welcome us back every year, we know we've been successful, right? And they do it in partnership with you. So I just wanted to thank both of you for all your support over all these years, and keep giving us good ideas, you know, for continuous improvements.
Absolutely.
Tom, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you for everything you
Thanks,
do.
sir.
Yeah, agreed.
you.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
This is a great add to the city, and you as well. You've been
Yeah.
a huge part
Yeah.
of cycling in this city and state.
Good.